Howdy, and welcome back to Yates American B244. Today we're going to get the wiring harness flushed out. As part of the motor control circuit, I just went out and bought a 4x6x8 enclosure for the small starter. There will not be a start button mounted on the front panel of this small starter, and I may or may not retain the original button on the large starter for the cutter head. Power to the small starter will be supplied through the upper starter. This will be power to the motor, and then this other hole is for the control wire. So I have power to the small starter now, and then this jumper, it supplies power to the starter circuit, and then this little pigtail is just so it'll be easier to wire up the starter button once the starter is in the case. For the starter circuits, I'm going to have the red, yellow, and black go to the big starter. And then for the small starter, I'm going to use green, blue, and white. I wish I could use something other than green, but this is what I had available. So this cable covering that I'm using is called Alex Tech, and you can get it in split and non-split versions. I'm using a split version that allows you to get the cable in along the length by opening it up and then weaving the cable inside. So I should be able to take this short length from the big starter and weave it into this main cable, and you can use tie wraps to secure everything. And then this was the power supply to the drive motor. Okay, I need to get underneath here and figure out a way to secure this wiring. These are blind holes, so I'll finish them out with a bottoming tap. So at the other end from the starter switch, I've got the starter itself wired up. So the blue is the stop circuit, white is common, and then green is the start circuit. And there she goes. The starter switch for the big motor is wired up now. So in this case, black is common, red is the stop, and yellow is the start. So I'll wire up the contactor and we'll give it a test. Alright, let's give it a go. Thanks again for joining us for Yates American B244.